I was so excited. Actually, I thought like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. So I was like, but then I was like, another 1 year. It's like, oh, we're still gonna do it. So, okay. This might be the first and last chance that I'm gonna be doing this one, so might as well make the most of it. I am a mother of 3. I work for a healthcare industry as a systems administrator. Yoli was introduced to me September 2013 by my good friend since high school. And since then, my life, my family's life, has never been the same. My name is Marjorie Cow, and this is my story. I'm not going to share with you my awesome testimonial because I'm pretty sure each one of you here has one. What I'm going to share with you is the how, why, and what happened to me after attending 2014 conference. I was about to quit Yoli in May 2014. That's the time that I understood or somewhat had an idea what Yoli was all about. I left it all to my sponsor to log in. I don't care because she just won't stop calling me. So I told her, if you want me to do this, you have to do it. I'll just pay. She was the one logging in. I don't even care about the volume, the rank. She would just tell me what I need. So sometimes she would tell me, you are 2 pieces away to get a free kit, and guess what? I put my daughter and my son. And I got the free kit, and guess what? I got the free kit, they're all my pieces, they're all going to me. I got free kit, I'm still happy. And then when I found out that the volume was already growing, what I just remembered is that I wanted a car. And all I need was 2,000 volume on the left and 2,000 volume on the right. And I'm gonna be 5-star gold. I'm gonna get a car. I was like, okay, I told my dad, buy me DEPs, buy me DEPs. But then I wasn't listening actually. I didn't know it was supposed to be 3 out of 4 weeks. So I was like, my dad would kill me if I tell him next week to buy me another set of DEPs. I was like, okay, I don't think I can do this one. He would kill me, but then I told him, like, you have a heart of gold. We have a lot of relatives that you wanted to help. But then he said, like, no, you told me you wanted the car. And I was like, yes, I wanted that Mercedes. And he's like, but you have other cars. And I was like, it's not Mercedes. He said, I said, you have them. I said, you have them and put it in any of your cars. But then work, full-time work, and too much drama, not proper duplication. So I called my sponsor and I told her, like, this is not for me. I cannot do this. I have other things to do. I have little children. I have 1 and 2-year-old at that time, plus my 16-year-old. So I told her, I really cannot do this one. But then Sheila was really good. She just won't give up on me. She is the master of, Marge, I know how you feel. I felt the same way too. What I found out was when I did not go to conference, I regretted it. I do not want you to go through the same thing. I want you to be successful. Let's be successful together. Let's go to conference 2014. So of course, I'm still stubborn, so I told her, I do not have the money. And she told me, like, here you go again with your excuse with the no money. So I told her, like, seriously, you want me to show you my bank account? I'll give you the login. You can see I don't have any more money. But then she just wouldn't believe me, so she gave me the FNPL, fly now, pay later. And then when I told her, like, I don't have money for hotel. So she said, well, we have an extra room. You can join 3 other Yoli Holics members. And I was like, oh my, she won't give up, because when I even told her, like, I don't have money for conference tickets, she said, done, I'm paying for it. So I don't know if Sheila and Lucille are really just that nice, or maybe because she's my daughter's godmother, or maybe she just really saw something in me that she really believed in me, because I was really like giving up. So I told her, like, okay, I told my husband, you know what? I'm really embarrassed already. I already ran out of excuses. Plane tickets, hotel accommodations, conference. She got it covered. And my husband told me, like, go. So I was like, you won't even tell me you don't want me to go, so at least I can tell her, like, Alan won't let me. So he said, go. So I was like, okay. Fast forward, I found myself at Utah. I rented a minivan. And when Sheila found out, she said, I thought you don't have money. And I said, but I'm not gonna walk. And then she said, your hotel is right across the street. I was like, oh, I didn't check the map. But then it worked out fine because Friday night it rained. So I told her, like, you want to walk in the rain or you want to ride with me? So I picked her up right across the street. And we attended the party at night. The first day of the event, at lunchtime, I was looking for her and Lucille, and I was so excited. I hugged them and I cried outside. And I just thanked them for not giving up on me, for telling me, you have to do this, you have to do this. And I understood what it's gonna do to me, for my team, if I go to Utah, because I don't know what's in there. I don't know if it's the AC inside the auditorium or the drink at the back, but there's really something in there. The energy of the people was different. Sorry, I have to read this one because I don't want to stay out of focus. Okay. So she was over. Okay, we didn't have lunch, but then at night, I said thank you to her, okay? And then the following day, I didn't drive to Salt Palace. I actually walked because I got so excited. I was like, I can do this one. I walked. And when I got there, because I saw the day before, Sheila and Lucille was in the front seats. And I was like, oh, they're not here yet. Let me save seats for them. And then when I walked in front, I saw that there was a cord. So I was like, oh, I'm short. I can go under. I went under and someone approached me and he was like, are you a diamond? And I was like, no, but I'm friends with one or two. And they're like, I'm sorry, but these seats are for diamond. And I thought he was joking, and I saw that there's in the papers. It says, reserved, diamond seating. I wanted to cry. I was so embarrassed. I told myself, I will earn that seat and come back next year. As I turned around, walked to the very far corner of the auditorium, telling myself, I should have done this one earlier so that I can sit in front. Because I didn't know what this Yoli is all about. Backtrack before she actually introduced Yoli to me. I already heard about it with a friend of mine. His name was Jay, and he said, Marge, you're always doing this body wrap thing. Why don't you just get a hold of Myra? You know, Myra and Mel, they're doing this one, they already got the car, and I was like, oh, I don't have time for that one. And when I attended the conference, when I got the box and attended the conference, I saw Myra, and I was like, oh, same thing. I avoided one, and I got the other one. So. And then the following night was the awards night. One of my team members actually was getting an award. Actually, I forgot to tell you, I'm the only one in our team who went to conference. Why? Because I did not promote it, because I don't even want to go myself. So I can't blame them if they don't want to go, because I'm the leader, I don't even want to go. So what excuse am I going to give them? Go. Are you going? No, I'm not. Go. I can't do that to them. So as I was saying, second night awarding ceremony, one of my members was being awarded top member enrollee. As I was on the stage going down, I was teary-eyed and I was telling myself, next year I will go back on that stage and claim an award, and it will say, Marjorie Cow, Diamond. That's when it kicked in. I felt that special feeling of accomplishment, that special feeling of being acknowledged, because you know you had accomplished something and you made a difference in a lot of people's lives. On my flight back to LA, I already wrote down my schedule, what I needed to do in order to rank to the next level. I made a presentation of all the things that I have learned from conference. So I did massive BBPs. I did some activities with my team, role-playing and all that kind of stuff. Role-playing, doing the invites, practicing rejections. I did that with my team. And one of the lowest points was 2 weeks after conference when my husband had an accident. I was so angry at him when I saw him since his clothes got so dirty. I asked him if we need to go to the emergency room because I don't really see him cringing. And then he asked me, what do you think? I had an accident. Now you're telling me we need to go to the emergency room. I looked at my watch, and it says 6 o'clock. And I said, but we have a scheduled BBP at Fontana. So of course, my husband, my team, I have to make a very quick decision. And I did it alphabetically. Long story short, we got to Fontana very late already. Also, although I already told them that we might be late because he just had an accident. And I told my husband, it's better, even if it's over, at least we showed up. We show our support. When we got there, we know it's already over. So we hugged everybody. We said, we're just here just to show up and we're gonna go back home. And Monica Orca told me, like, no, there's an 11:30 session. And I was like, how many sessions are we gonna have? You want me back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock for FTT, right? She said, like, yeah. So I was like, and it's 2 hours drive actually, because I live in San Fernando Valley, in the BBBs at Fontana. So I was like, okay, we can do that. We can still do the 11:30 BBB. And I thought like, okay, I'll just give my husband some passion on the way back home, because he's still the one who's gonna be driving because I'm flying at night. So I just have to put like a lot of purses because he doesn't have a sling at that time. So the following morning we woke up and he was already in pain. And I was like, do you wanna go to the emergency room or FTT? Of course, alphabetical again. And this time it's E for F. So I have to take my husband to the emergency room. When we were there, he got X-ray and MRI. And the bad news is that we found out that my husband needed emergency surgery. His rotator cuff was torn. By the way, he had an accident because too much passion, too much energy. He was on his scooter, he did some exhibition, hit the curb, and then when he was going back up, like a lot of cars were coming in, so we need to rush. So yeah, that's what happened. So I wanted to cry when I found out his situation, not because I felt bad for him, but because I was thinking of all the bills that we had to pay. Reality is giving me bills, rent, and everything. So
romantic.
But I still love him. I love you.
I'm the same girl.
But I have to stay strong and stay focused on my goal.
Right.
I actually had to convince myself that this is actually good, that this is God's way to challenge me and to eventually make my dream a reality.
Right.
I kept on complaining that I do not have the time, but here comes my husband, who has extra time in the world for the next 6 months. Fact is, the time that my husband was out of job on disability was the most that we had a lot of money in our bank.
Wow.
That was even the time that I bought 2 60-inch flat screen TV and called my mother-in-law. She wanted the other one because I accidentally bought 2. My father in the Philippines felt that financial transformation since it's been months that I have not charged a single cent to my credit card.
Wow.
Yes, I work in the United States, but it's my father in the Philippines who pays for my bills.
Wow.
Another struggle was when I already started to feel the pressure. Things happened, too much drama. It took such a toll in me, but thank God, my husband was there who would always remind me that I need to think of other people first before my own feelings. I needed to be there for the team, for the BBPs, FTTs, CAPs, since they still needed me. I told him sometimes that it's already too far, and he said, it's not as if you're driving. You're just asleep in the car anyway, and I'm the one in charge. So I don't have an excuse but to show up. There's even one time that there was a misunderstanding in the team, and I need to make a team member rank. So I had to call them for help. And the truth is, it's like nothing happened. They helped me, they coached the team. Late nights, we were on the phone. They're still strategizing on how to make our team members rank, get car qualifications, binary alignments, and all those. We do those every night. Sometimes we were up 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up with Monica Orca. We're doing this one, and guess what? I miss those late nights. those late nights are the most productive nights of my life.
Yeah.
Those late nights taught me to be an expert, and I know how you feel. I felt the same way too. But what I found out is that all those late nights drove me to different cities and gave me this. I am a living proof of what a conference attendance can do to your business. The momentum fired me up. Not even misunderstanding with a friend, nor my husband's accident or his disability had stopped me. It reached a point that it's no longer about me, but the passion it gave me. I was transformed emotionally because I learned to care about others. I never cared if the person is sick or heavy. All I know is that it is for everybody. You learn to approach your cross lines and reach out to them for advice. I'm so fortunate to have friends who never gave up on me, no matter how stubborn I am. Sheila and Lucille never gave up on me, just like Eugene never gave up on Kinao.
Amen.
I always say Sheila is my Eugene, and I am for Kinao. Had I not attended the conference, I wouldn't have heard Kathy Bartlett say, if I tell you that in your backyard, there's a lot of stones, and in one of those stones lies $1 million. Wouldn't you turn each and every stone to find that $1 million?
Yeah.
And when I got back, that's what I did. I searched all the stones in my backyard, and in my search, I just did not find a stone. I found a gem. I found that gem in the far backyard all the way to Fontana. And guess what? It's not just that one gem. I thought it's just a backyard. I found a quarry. There's a lot of precious stones back there. I found the La Chicas, Orcas, Pagaribans, Velarde, Velasco, Belarmino. I found them, and guess what? They're all my family. And I don't care now about the rank, because that's what I've been telling the team. It's not about the rank, because if it's the rank, it's about you.
Right.
It's about the people who's waiting for you,
Yes.
because there's a lot of sick people out there. And when you hear stories that they feel better, money is nothing. And since I told myself at the next conference I'm gonna come back as a diamond, conference 2015, I did that. I came back as a diamond, plus I have my own diamond under me with the Orcas. I'm in front of you here, not because I'm hitting another rank or a new diamond, but as a regular entrepreneur who's also experiencing plateaus and dips in their business. I know what it takes to make this work again. We should not be complacent, and let's not affect our business, because it's going to affect our children and our future. You have to stay focused and do not get distracted. I can declare, claim, and post all positive quotes that I want, but if there's no IPA, they are merely FB posts that appears on someone else's newsfeed. This is my business, and I am in charge. This is my business, and this is not my sponsors. I'm back again. I'm open for business. I am on my relaunch. See you all at Achieve 2016. Once again, my name is Marjorie Cow, and stay tuned for my next story.
That was awesome. Thank you.